Hey guys, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Isang magandang gabi sa inyong lahat at ang pagbati ko sa inyo ngayon ay ruff ruff. Uy, ikaw pipitikin ko yung ilong mo, yung FOMO mo sa Shiba ha. Yung FOMO. Ay nako, sinasabi ko sa'yo, pag wala ka pang posisyon pasok ka pa ng pasok no? Pag pinakita na ng market, pag kumita na, nakalabas na, wag nang ma-FOMO, ha? Wag nang ma-FOMO. Ay naku, papasalamatan mo ko, sinasabi ko sa'yo, papasalamatan mo ko at sinabihan kita, no? Uy, ang dami natin today, no? So, unang-una, magandang gabi. Parang napakarami natin, hindi pa tayo nagsisimula, more than 200 waiting people na, no? So, maraming salamat. And welcome to another edition of Coach Miranda Miner's Daily Cryptocurrency Trading. At sabihin mo na sigurong signal, no? Kanina hindi tayo nag-space sa Twitter kasi tinitingnan ko yung challenge ko sa inyo. Sabi ko sa challenge ko, pag nag-500 yung like na to, no? Mag-space tayo ng alas 5. Alam mo ba kung anong number? Alam mo, in-screenshotan ko Sabi ko, kailangan ng 100 retweet at saka 500 hearts, no? Alam mo ba, 150 plus yung nag-retweet, yung nag-like, 499. 499. Chinek ko after 30 minutes, mga 5:30. Doon na nag-501. O, di na tayo nag-live, no? Anyways, guys, napakaganda ng topic natin today. I-discuss ko sa inyo, bakit ba itong si MirandaMiner, bukod sa charting, bukod sa TA, bakit ba medyo may alam siya in terms of potential pagbaba ng coin? Wala naman siya sigurong crystal ball, di ba? So wala naman tayong crystal ball, pero i-explain ko sa iyo today, ano ba tong pinost natin? 2 days ago, sabi natin, Market Fundamentals and TA by Coach MirandaMiner, RSI cycle is not yet reached, may potential pa po ang Bitcoin to hit at 74 and 85. Pero one thing that I'd like you to understand, ngayon tatalakayin natin to today, I will teach you a little bit of a fundamental, no? So this is kasi, alam mo, to be honest with you, open interest is not just unique for futures, no? For cryptocurrency. In fact, ang open interest is also very famous in options trading. Okay? On open interest, we will discuss that maya-maya. And of course, funding rate of BTC, sabi natin, alam mo, it's good that the funding rate is taming down. What do you mean by that statement? When I say it's taming down a bit, what does that mean? And open interest is still very high. Not a good picture. Sabi natin, I'm still bullish but I need you guys to adjust your liquidation line below 58K USDT. Case in point, ganyan po, ganyan. No? 5,790 something yung pinakamababa. No? Ganyan. Sorry, 57,900 something. Ganyan kanina yung pagbulusok pababa ng Bitcoin, no? And again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just saying that from our TA, meron tayong couple of competitions na ginawa. How are we able to achieve that? So before we officially start, I would just like to mention a little bit of a trader's adage, no, or trader's quote for today, no. Gusto kong sabihin to sa inyo, no. Number 1, culture eats strategy for lunch or breakfast. May nagsabi niyan, mga management principles sa Peter Drucker, mga famous management strategies. Sinasabi nila, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Bakit? Kasi mahalaga daw ang culture. Kung meron kang strategy pero hindi maganda yung kultura ng kumpanya mo, then, might as well don't execute the strategy. But at the same time, MirandaMiner is saying that patience will eat technical analysis for breakfast. Medyo wrong lang yung spelling, no? Pero it will eat technical analysis for breakfast. What does that mean? Patience is a very, 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 very important attribute of a trader. Tandaan mo yan, If you are a trader today and you don't have a patience, kahit anong TA mo dyan, matatalo ka. Seriously, try mo. Mag-TA ka at hindi ka marunong sumunod. Ilang beses ko sinabi kanina, pipitikin ko ilong mag-antay ka. But you don't know how to weigh kahit anong TA. I'm telling you, you will not win. Case in point, for example, ano sabi natin dito? Sa tweet natin kanina. Kaninang, anong oras ba to? This was 3:51 ng hapon. Sabi natin, okay, traders are getting FOMO'd with SHIB. No? A pro trader plans his trades. Isang lower low pa kay BTC, wag munang pumasok or wait for a bounce candle. Wait for a bounce. Pagkasabi natin ito, boom, couple of minutes after, pumalo ng 58,000 si Bitcoin. Nagbagsakan po lahat. What is the reason for that? We're gonna be talking about this in a few. Didiscuss natin yan. Samahan mo ako today. Maganda ka ng pen and paper because I'm going to flesh out. Didiscuss na. Tatagulugin ko sa iyo. Gagawin kong napaka-easy to understand what is an open interest and funding rates para maunawaan mo yung mga terminologies. Ayan. Sana nakikinig ka. No? Yan. Maraming nagpasalamat. Si Christine, si Lo, si Jerlyn, si Kim, si Marzi, si Christian, si Forth, si Jason. Yan. So, Nina, Jonard, Safir, ang dami na. I mean, thank you guys for all following me in Twitter. And just keep on clicking follow all of the tweets para nare-remind ka. No, you're gonna be reminded for everything na tinitweet natin. And of course, idagdag mo na din, i-click mo subscribe in our YouTube channel para makaka-receive ka ng mga ganitong reminders sa telepono mo on ano ba yung nire-release ni Miranda Miners na miner ng mga video that can help you to become even more profitable. Okay? Yan, ang dami kong sinend kanina. Sabi ko, wait, magantay. Puro wait yung sinasabi ko because the market kanina is retracing. I cannot find any good entry, to be honest. To be honest, sabi ko kanina sa post natin, I don't have any good entry. Mag-antay tayo. True enough, no, nagbagsakan lahat ng coin. Nag-short tayo. Nakapag-short kanina, nag-short na tayo sa Bitcoin. No? 6 hours ago, around alas 4. Kasi nga, walang maganda guys eh. Sa totoo lang, let me try to find my tweet. Sabi ko 6 hours ago, don't trade yet. I don't see yet a bread and butter setup. 6 hours ago. Don't trade yet. Wait since I don't see a bread and butter setup. Market is retracing. O ano nangyari sa market pagkatapos yan? Nagsibagsakan guys. So, ganun yun eh. I mean, at the end of the day, when we say patience is something that can trump your TA. Kahit gano'n ka kagaling mag-TA kung wala kang pasensya. For example, ito marami tatamaan dito ha. Hindi naman tayo Real Talk Friday, no? For example lang, tama yung TA mo, hindi mo in-execute. Nagkatotoo, ano nangyari? Diba? Tama yung TA mo, hindi mo inantay. Nag-execute ka kaagad, ano nangyari? Bumagsak. No, because you're supposed to be, as per your TA, you will wait for MACD to confirm. Anong ginawa mo? Pumasok ka kaagad. Ano nangyari? Naipit ka. Na-liquidate ka. O sinabi ko 2 days ago, i-adjust mo ang liquidation line below 58. Anong ginagawa mo? You're not listening eh. Again, patience eats technical analysis for breakfast. Oh. Diba? So, make sure guys I mean, at the end of the day, kahit gaano ka kagaling mag-TA, if you don't have the word wait, if you don't have the word patience in your vocabulary, mukhang kailangan mo i-reconsider ang trading Mukhang kailangan mo i-reconsider ang trading. Pag hindi maganda ang market, wag mong pilitin, wag ka magmamadali. Hindi man lilipad si Binance. Hindi mo mawawala si Binance. Pag sinabi nating wag kang mag-trade because at some point the market wala talagang magandang kaya nakita nyo, di ba sabi nyo kanina, walang tinitweet si MirandaMiner. Ano iti-tweet ko? Wala namang magandang entry. Di ba? Ano iti-tweet natin? Ano iti-tweet natin? So, ganun yung guys. At the end of the day, if we are expecting a good entry point, we are a buy long, we are a spot trader, and if we don't really see, then that's fine. Close your phone, wag kang mag-trade, let it go. O kaysa naman matalo ka ng $100, kaysa naman matalo yung $20 mo ngayon. Tapos lalapit ka sa mga, at alam mo, ganyan kasi yan no? Yung mga hindi natin, yung mga hindi pa nakakarinig sa atin, sa ating mga real talk. Minsan, sa totoo lang, no, pag natatalo, pupunta sa isang group, mambabash. Sa totoo lang. No? Pupunta sa ibang group, mambabash yan. Maghanap ng kadamay kasi natalo siya. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you are really dead serious on what you do, wala pa tayong start, guys, Sisimula pa lang kasi I really need to remind you this. Guys, pag walang magandang setup, huwag kang mag-trade. Diba? Okay, let's move on. So, at the end of the day, at the end of the lecture, I would like to make sure na mauunawaan mo what is an interest rate in derivatives, understand what is a funding rate. Yan na naman si Contango. Explain ko. Kasi kailangan mo maunawaan to. Kasi ganito makinig ka. Kahit anong Fibonacci ko dyan, kahit anong MACD or RSI natin dyan, if we don't understand open interests in futures, lahat tayo matatalo. Lahat tayo matatalo. Kasi nga, there is a market fundamental for Bitcoin. Diba? Eh, ilang araw ko na sinasabi yan. Anong sabi ng mga tao? Buti na lang, coach, nakinig kami, narinig namin sa'yo, in-adjust na po namin. Ano sabi ng mga nag-tweet sa atin kanina? Let's try to find that. Ayan, wag makulit. Don't trade yet. Ano sabi natin? Ayan, shout out kay Crypto JM. Yan, noted coach. Yan. Diba? Mga nagdo-noted. Wait lang, hanapin natin. May mga nag-tweet ng ganun. Sabi niya, buti na lang coach. Yan. Okay, let's try to find, no? Let's try to find those comments. Yan lang, wait lang. As I said, isang lower low pa. Sabi nila, thank you coach, muntika na ako. Pingutin mo sa tinga pag hindi nakikinig. Diba? So again, we will be discussing positive basis and negative basis. Medyo konting fundamentals tayo ha. Okay? Bibigyan na kita ng isang busog-lusog na lecture today, no? What is a positive basis and a negative basis? And to be honest with you, these are the things that are being discussed on a higher level investment 101, no? So, normally, these are things that they need to discuss on a higher level because not everyone will understand what a contango is, what's a backwardation, what is a negative basis, what is a positive basis, what does that mean? O what does that mean kung mataas ang funding rates? Okay? So, first and foremost, I would like to say, yan, in-announce natin to kahapon. We will be releasing our official trailer. And of course, congratulations again because we are now a corporation. Thank you. Okay, and of course, ang ating face reveal is scheduled on December 2021 para tayong GMA Christmas holiday jingle. Meron tayong konting pa intermission, 'di ba? Antayin mo yan, maganda yan. If you are a TikTokeres, marami nagpa-follow sa iyo, please dance your way to 20k. Nako, konti pa lang yung nagjo-join sa alam mo, yung mga testimonials mo, i-TikTok mo na yan. Baka ikaw pa yung manalo ng 10,000 pesos for first prize, 6,000 for the second prize, and 4,000 for the third prize. Okay? Next, ayan. So, we already have 36,500 subscribers. Mag-subscribe ka na, please. And of course, lahat po ng ating groups are actually increasing in terms of count. Pinaka natutuwa ako sa Twitter. Para nung isang linggo lang, wala pa tayong 3,000. Ngayon, dumoble na. Okay, so thank you po sa inyong lahat. And of course, thank you to BingBon because you are our official MirandaMiner EliteUniversity sponsor. Alam mo guys, sila yung sponsor, no? So, sila po ay nagbibigay ng refund sa mga enrollment fees kung ikaw yung pinakamagaling, no? Na mapipili na estudyante. Sa 4 na estudyante per batch ang mapipili and we will refund. And then, sponsor din nila if you trade using the platform of BingBon and if you profited $10, ibibigyan ka nila another $10 as a way of congratulations. So thank you again BingBon. Ano mo, nag-aral ka na refund pa yung fees mo, di ba? So email, if you have any questions about the cryptocurrency university, please email us at EliteUniversity@globalmirandaminer.com. Okay, and of course, trade also using Bitget. Get 10% trading bonus. If you deposit $100, you'll get $10 trading bonus instantly. And pwede ka rin manalo or makakuha ng up to $630. Just download the platform using the mobile QR code and the website QR code. Just rewind mo na lang yung video natin maya-maya if you have any questions. And of course, ang ating beginner class and intermediate class, guys, puno na po ang November 12 to 19. Grabe. puno na po ang November 12 to 19. Simula na po ng ating university. Ng November 13 to 20 at November 26 and December 3. Guys, mapupuno na po ang batch 16. Kung ako sa'yo, if you are a beginner, please take advantage of this. Okay? Alright. Alright, ito kanina, natutuwa ako sa Spotify natin kasi may mga nag-message sa akin kanina sa Twitter. Sabi nila, Coach, alam mo ba, pinauulit-ulit ko na yung Spotify mo kasi kailangan ko talagang matuto. Alam ko naman yung tama pero hindi ko sinusunod eh. So sabi niya sa akin, Coach, I need to talk to someone, sabi niya. So sabi ko, sige, maya usap tayo. And I was just driving, no? So, alam mo, pakinggan mo to guys. Totoo lang, pakinggan mo to. Napakagandang Spotify audio. Kung nanghihina yung loob mo, lagi kang talo, aral, pick up your lessons, journal, pakinggan mo lang to. You know, the power of yet, and you are not cheap. No, are you cheap? Do not let anyone put a price tag on you. Okay? And now, let's start with our topic, guys. Ilabas na po ang ating pen and paper or ang ating open mind. I would like you to focus on my lecture. Magkape ka, magsalabat ka. Basta focus lang kayo. Mag-asawa kayo, pamilya kayo, nakikinig kayo sa akin today. Just focus on my lecture. Medyo, to be honest, medyo mahirap. Pero dadandahanin ko yung explanation. Okay? Kasi medyo, alam mo, not medyo, but there is actually a difference, no? There is a difference between someone who understands funding rates and someone who is just trading because of regular patterns. Okay, so just give me a second, a quick background music. Okay. So, tingin ko, silipin ko lang kung gaano karami nanonood today, no? Kasi kanina pag login ko, grabe, parang 300 mahigit na yata nag-iintay pa lang. Nung di pa tayo nagsisimula, 300 plus na. No? Nakakatuwa na, nakaka-bless, no? And meron lang commercial. Okay. Wow, 707. Maraming salamat to everyone, no? Okay. So guys, let's just listen to me very carefully, no? So I'm currently using TradingView because sabi ko nga I'm actually monitoring the ETF, no? I'm monitoring ETF of BITO and BTF, no? Okay, which is your Valkyrie and ProShares. Pero ito lang, just listen very carefully, no? So what I did here, ladies and gentlemen, is number one, I actually tried to enter Bitcoin, Tether, USDT. This is actually your regular spot market. Okay? So your regular spot market is what you have here, no? Ngayon, what I'm trying to compare, so I click on, let me try to click on compare. Okay, I will try to click on Bitcoin futures, current contract, no? Yan, CME, no? CME. So your Bitcoin futures CME or Chicago Mercantile Exchange, ito ay yung tinatawag nating Bitcoin na tinitrade on CME. Okay, CME. Now, these particular CME are actually traded as futures, no? Futures and on a futures contract CME. And of course, yung ating Binance coin is what you trade in Binance today. Okay. Couple of things na makikita mo dito, for example, pag kinilik natin si Binance, okay, I will try to click on the settings of this, no? All right, you will notice all of the important information. But of course, ang nire-represent lang ng Bitcoin, Tether, Binance is yung presyo ng spot market of Bitcoin in Binance. Okay, BTC USDT in Binance. Now, if you click on, let's say, you click on BTC USDT futures, Okay, you click on all rather, and when you click on, let's say, BTC USDT, you want to go on Bybit, you can click this one. BTC USDT on Qcoin, you will click this one, kung ano-ano pa, no? Alright, so in this particular case, we're going to compare dalawang metrics. Number one, yung Bitcoin Tether USDT at yung Bitcoin CME Chicago Mercantile Exchange price. Okay, listen very carefully. You will notice that the Mercantile Exchange is normally traded on a... Okay, look at this, no? Look at this, okay. So you will notice that on a very high level, the CME is actually traded on a premium. Okay, sinasabi natin before na kapag sa labas sila binibili, okay, the futures are being traded on a premium. Okay, two things. There are two types of trading, no? People who are trading on spot market, which is the index price, and people who are trading on a futures market or an ETF or a futures contract market, etc., etc., etc. Now, yung futures, dalawang klase yan. Meron tayong tinatawag na traditional futures at may tinatawag tayong perpetual futures. In this particular example, hindi ko ikukumpara yung perpetual futures with spot, no? Because at the end of the day, the perpetual futures and the spot will always converge the price kasi perpetual siya. Okay, but what is the funding rate of a traditional futures account versus a spot account? Bakit may difference? Bakit may difference, no? And that's what you mean by, okay, listen carefully ha, that is what you mean by this particular price. Okay, pag ikaw ay nasa States and you have access to Chicago Mercantile Exchange, you have access to ETF, you are buying the price of Bitcoin on a premium. Bakit? Because normally, the price of Bitcoin on a different exchange, kapag future siya, yung kaka-approve lang ng ETF, the price is higher. Kumbaga, you're buying it right now, but you are not selling it yet. Okay. So, bumili ako ng Bitcoin, kumbaga pinatago ko muna sa'yo doon sa may-ari. Now, yung tinatawag nating premium, sasabihin niya na may-ari, o bibiling ko na to, binili mo na, itatago ko muna, bayaran mo ko ng storage fee. That is what you call now the premium difference, or that's what you call a contango. Kapag naman ang presyo ng futures is lower than the actual spot price, you call it backwardation. The price of the future asset is actually lower. Okay? So when it's lower, that's what you call backwardation. Balik tayo dun sa actual chart natin, no? On this particular chart, you are noticing that the CME futures is above the regular spot price of Bitcoin. What does that mean? It means that the people who are buying Bitcoin sa labas ng Binance, they are paying it on a premium. Now, you will notice that there is a 27.58 and a 25.52. There's a little bit of a delta. Now, it goes up, it goes down, it depends, no? What does that mean is, the price of the current Bitcoin today is around 58,936, but the market price of CME Bitcoin is still above average. Okay, there is a two-figure na nakikita mo, ha? Tandaan mo yan, ha? Mamaya, balikan natin yan. There's a difference, and that's what you call a contango or a positive basis scenario. Now, here's the thing. So, now, kung ikaw naman, okay, sabi ko kanina, may traditional market, no? May traditional futures market. Ngayon, Coach, pag pinili ko ba si Binance perpetual Bitcoin sa aking futures account, is that the same as CME? No, they are not. Because at some point, your perpetual swap will be perpetual, in perpetuity. Ngayon, kapag ikaw ay tumenga, okay, listen to this very carefully, ha? Kapag ikaw ay tumenga, tumagal, ilang araw, doon sa futures perpetual swap, okay, listen to this very carefully, no? And then, the average price of the spot, okay, the average price of Bitcoin is lower, there's what you call a terminology called funding rate. Okay dalawang funding rate yan yung funding rate comparing the spot market and the traditional market futures and the funding rate in perpetual Binance versus your spot. Normally in Binance, it's only 1%. It's only 0.01%. It's 0.01% funding rate for Bitcoin. If I'm not mistaken, yan. This one. 0.01% for Binance, 0.01% for predicted. No, it's around that amount. So what does that mean? Ito pong funding rate na to is magkaiba doon sa funding rate na sinasabi ko kanina. Kasi baka may magtanong sa inyo na marunong sa ETF, iba kasi yung difference no. Meron kasing tinatawag na funding rate difference. It's what you call funding rate contango. Ibig sabihin, I'm paying it on a premium kasi mas mataas yung binabayaran kong Bitcoin versus doon sa Bitcoin na nasa spot market ngayon. Ngayon, if you mention funding rate only within Binance to Binance, you're comparing spot market Binance versus futures market Binance, that's what you call a funding rate perpetual difference. Now, here's the thing. Kumpara ko na, guys, sabi ko sa inyo, medyo madudugo ilong mo dito, no? Okay, here's the thing, explain ko na to. Meron kasi akong video na ganito, matagal na, naka-record yon, pero nga-explain ko ulit, no? Okay, so for example, we're trying to compare the futures price of Bitcoin in Binance versus the futures price of Bitcoin in spot. Okay, here's the thing. If the price of your futures is higher than your spot price, there is what you call a positive funding rate. Ulitin ko if the price of Bitcoin in the spot market is lower than the price of your futures, you will see a positive funding rate. In reverse, kapag ang price ng index, okay, is higher than what's the price of futures, then there is a negative funding rate. What is the funding rate about? Okay, listen to this The funding rate is ginagamit para i-incentivize yung kabilang partido. I will try to explain it in a very, very, very layman term. Okay. I'll explain Alright. Dahan-dahanin ko lang, baka dumudugo na yung ilong ninyo no? Kasi mahalaga to para maunawaan ninyo No, mahalaga to. Okay. Kasi pag ninyo maunawaan to, baka malito kayo. No? Okay. So, if the price of the perpetual contract is greater than the spot price, sabi ko nga funding rate is positive. Okay, ito na yung ating interpretation dyan. Yan, ito na. Okay. So ito yung another visual natin. If the price of a perpetual swap versus the underlying price is higher, then the funding rate is positive. Ano po ang nangyayari kapag positive ang funding rate, no? Kapag positive ang funding rate at ikaw ay nasa long, okay, you are the ones paying the people in the short. Kakaiba, no? Okay? So, if the funding rate is positive and you are shorting, manonotice mo that you will see a positive funding rate. Binabayaran ka. Bakit? Binabayaran ka ng mga tao sa long para i-maintain mo yung posisyon mo. Ngayon, kung ayaw mong ma-charge ng funding rate, every 8 hours, i-close mo yung account mo. You will not be charged. You will close your position. No? So, at the end of the day, for people who are actually staying every 8 hours, okay, they are the ones who are paying the funding rate. May difference. It's a way to incentivize. O sige, pag positive ang funding rate, okay, nananalo ang marami nagbabuy long, i-incentivize ko yung mga sell shorters para magstay sila doon, i-short nila yung market, okay? And ako naman, if I am If the funding rate is positive, makikita mo to, no? Makikita mo to. If the funding rate is positive at ikaw ay nasa buy long, makikita mo sa funding rate mo meron kang negative, may bawas ka na 0.1%. Okay? Naiintindihan mo guys? Naiintindihan nyo? Type number 1 kung naiintindihan o sasabog na yung ilong. No? Sasabog na ba? Sasabog na ba yung ilong? Natandaanin ko lang. Natandaanin lang natin. Okay? Okay, iwas daw ang overcharge. Yun. In-explain ko na guys ha. Okay. For example, no? The funding rate is 0.01% at nakalong ka ng 20 Bitcoin. Okay? So, 20 times 0.01 is 0.002 BTC. I-multiply mo yung 0.002 BTC doon sa current BTC price, in this case, 64,000 or 59,000 will be your funding fee. So, kapag malaki ang iyong leverage, listen to this ha, guys, ito na, I'm going now to my topic. Kapag malaki ang iyong leverage, mas malaki ang funding fee. Because the funding fee is not based on your in your principal, but it's based on your total position. Okay. Ngayon, ano naman ang kinalaman nitong itong presentation na to? Ito na, listen to this very carefully ha. Okay. Na-explain ko na sa inyo yung perpetual within the exchange Binance. I'm comparing funding rate for shorters and buy long sa perpetual swap. Okay? In-explain ko na din kung meron naman tayong tinatawag na mga positive funding rate versus negative funding rate, kung meron kang tinatawag na traditional futures versus the spot market, because they're the ones paying. Nagbabayad po sila ng premium. Kaya nga sabi natin before, hindi po lahat ng mga traders is attracted sa ETF. Bakit? Kasi nga, bakit ako bibili ng ETF? I could just buy a Bitcoin sa spot market. O wala pa akong 3% premium. Napakalaki niyan, 3% yan. Okay, ito na. Ito na, makinig na mabuti ha. Listen very carefully. I'll explain this very, very carefully, okay? Okay. This is now what you call the funding rates. This is what you call the funding rates in overall market aggregate. So when you look at this, all of the exchanges, including Binance, BitMEX, Bybit, Deribit, FTX, Huobi Global, Kraken, OKEX, all of their perpetual futures are here. And we're going to click on close, and I'm going to get only the average. Moving average of 10, I will click on OK. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Noong October 21, couple of days, sinasabi ko na sa inyo, let me just try to adjust the total. Let's not do a 1 hour. Gawin nating gawin nating 1 day. Okay, I'll explain very, very carefully, no, para at least konti alam mo ha. Para alam mo. Okay, now, I'll do this. No, okay, here's the thing. Nung around October 2021, sinasabi ko, kailangan bumaba ang funding rate. Bakit? What does that mean? Okay, listen very carefully ha. When your funding rate is high, ang ibig sabihin niyan, the people who are pag positively high ha, positively high, sabi ko kanina sa inyo, kapag positively high at nagsisell short ka, pag tumagal yung sell short mo ng more than 8 hours, babayaran ka naman nagbabuy long. Kasi kailangan, pag nagsisell short ka, kinokontra mo yung gusto nila. And by doing so, pinapadikit ninyo yung price ng futures amount doon sa spot price niya. You're trying to push it and be tethered doon sa spot price niya. Kasi kinokontra mo siya eh. Ikaw yung binabayaran niya ngayon para gawin mo lang yan. Ngayon, pag tumengka ka, positive yung funding rate, naka-buy long ka, tumengka ka dyan, ikaw yung binabawasan. Okay, binabawasan ka now. When you say that your funding rate is very high, it means that the people are over-leveraging. Okay? Because the people, pag funding rate, ibig sabihin yan, pag positive yung funding rate, ang dami nagbabuy long. People are buying long. And sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, the funding rate is computed based on, saan siya nakabase? Ito ay nakabase hindi sa puhunan mo, pero doon sa puhunan times leverage. Kung 125x yung leverage mo, kunyari $100 times 125x. So, ang mangyayari doon, it's $100 times 125. Yun yung lalabas na total aggregate position na naka-open. Kapag positive si funding rate, ang tao inaabuso ang leverage. Okay. Question. Coach, bakit may mga araw na ang ganda ng funding rate mababa? Okay? Bakit may mga araw na okay naman pero tumataas yung price at mabababa yung funding rate? Ibig sabihin yan at some point, mas maganda, mas maraming traders na hindi nagle-leverage. Bakit may mga negative tayo nakikita? When there is a negative funding rate, what does that mean is the price of the spot market is higher than the futures amount. Ibig sabihin, yung binibili ngayon, babaliktarin mo lang to. Babaliktarin mo lang tong dalawan to. Okay? Now, the blue line should be higher than the orange line. Okay? The blue line should be higher than the orange line. Okay? Now, na-notice mo dito that, tingnan mo to guys, look at this, no? Around September 9, September 7, around this particular time, nag-negative yung funding rate. Negative, no? And you will notice on the same banana, around this time, you will notice that around this particular time, the blue line is higher than the orange line. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen, is that at some point, when you see that the funding rate is lower or negative, the market price is higher than the futures price. That's what you call backwardation. Okay, now, here's the thing. Ano po ang mangyayari, coach, pag sobrang taas na? No? Ano mangyayari pag sobrang taas na po? Linawan ko lang yung screen ko. Wait lang. Malabo eh. Okay, wait lang. Okay, function. There you go. Yan, linawan natin. Okay. Ano po ang mangyayari, coach, kapag ang iyong green line ay umabot na ng almost 14.1495? Ano po mangyayari? Yan, nakikita mong yan, yung percentage difference na yan, this one actually happened during the bull run of April and May. So when you say that the funding rate is extremely high, nakakatakot po yan because people are manipulating leverage. Sobrang nagle-leverage po tayo. At ang nangyayari, the market will flush you out. Delikado po yung ganyan. So anong sinabi ni coach? Saan niya nakuha yung mga iniimbento niya na mag-iingat sa mga matataas na funding rates? Kasi nga po, nakita niyo naman to, no? October 21 and 22, ang taas na po ng funding rate. At ang ibig sabihin po niyan, ang mga tao po ay the people are very, very bullish. People are taking large positions, large leverages. Okay, now. Okay. Okay naman sana yun. Kasi nga, nanonotice mo, the funding rate is comparatively lower din naman dun sa mga nauna sa kanya. No? But you will notice, ladies and gentlemen, kasi nga yung price natin is already nearing all-time high and your aggregate open interest, listen to this very carefully, your aggregate open interest is already almost 20 billion. So, tatandaan natin na ang open interest, kapag ito ay lumilipad, parang nagpaparabolic na siya, this is very, 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 very critical. Okay? Pag biglang gawin natin itong lower time, let's make this 6 hours para mas ma-appreciate mo. Nakikita mo to guys, this one. No? Nakikita mo yan, di ba? At some point, umaabot na ng ganyang all-time high. And what the market normally do, is the market can flush out people who are over-leveraging. Oh, di ba? So kahit meron tayong mga kahit meron tayong mga what's this? News or Elon Musk news. May tataka kayo, bakit biglang bumaba? Bakit biglang lumilipad pababa yung, bakit biglang nagda-dump? Kasi nga, you need to remember guys okay, listen to this very, very carefully. Okay, wait lang If the funding rate is highly negative, sulat mo to please, sulat mo to. Nako, this is a very, 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 very important knowledge. Okay, listen to this If the funding rate is highly negative, the short people will be squeezed. If the funding rate is too high, a dump is imminent. Okay? A dump is imminent. Kapag sobrang taas ng funding rate, listen to this, okay? A dump can happen. If the funding rate is highly negative like this, highly negative, no? Anong nangyari nung October first week? Nag-bull run ang Bitcoin. Diba? Yan tingnan mo to. Look at this. Diba? Whenever the funding rate is against, look at this, no? Whenever the funding rate is negative, nagkakaroon ng price action na mas maganda. Look at this, from 38,000 to 45,000 because the negative funding rate is happening. Kasi ini-incentivize, okay, if you are buying long and the market is bearish and nagba-buy long ka pa din, ikaw yung ini-incentivize ngayon. Okay. Look at this. Ito, nakita mo to, di ba? Nakita mo to, look at this. This was around October 1. No, October 1, highly negative ang funding rate. Biglang bumulusok pataas ang price. No? If the funding rate is highly negative, like look at this, no? It's highly negative, there is a tendency for the market to pump. If the funding rate is highly positive, a dump can happen. So, ba't sinasabi ni MirandaMiner, ba't niya sinasabi na magkakaroon na ng dump? Kasi nga, sa tinagal-tagal po ng panahon, ngayon lang po tayo nakakita ng almost 0.547. No? Almost, ang laki po niyan. Compute natin, wait lang Wait lang guys, wait lang. Give me a second. Zero 0.0547. So this is almost 5.47%, 547 basis points, which is already a very high kumpara sa mga katabi niya. Oh, ngayon alam mo na, ba't sinasabi ni MirandaMiner, a dump can happen. Bakit sinasabi niya October 25? Ba't ko sinasabi yung mga ganung mga bagay? No, bakit parang napaka-negative mo? MirandaMiner, ha? Bakit ka negative? Kasi nga, your funding rate is already very, 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 very high. Okay? In-explain ko ng dahan-dahan, guys, ha? Sana naunawaan mo. Type number 1 kung nauunawaan. Type number 1 kung nauunawaan. Thank you. Okay, parang ang daming naiipit sa SHIB. Ang daming tatanong ng SHIB, Kayo talaga. Ang sinasabi ko sa inyo yung aw-aw na yan. Okay? Mamaya chart natin yan, Okay? Okay, anyways. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, Okay. Alright, tama. Negative funding rate is a pump. Yes. A positive funding rate, very, very high funding rate can be a dump. So, wag nyo pong iisnabin. Ito na naman tayo, MirandaMiner. Ay, nako. Pag sinabi ko, wag nyo isnabin, Okay? Sabi ko sa inyo, okay, when you see, okay, now you need to open funding rates. Okay, you need to open funding rates. Does that make sense? Okay, now I think people understands it already, no? Okay. So, yan, meron tayong funding rate indicators. May mga funding rate naman tayo dito na makukuha, no? So, pero I will not explain this here yet, no? In how you kind of interpret it on your graph, in your charts, in TradingView. But again, ang gusto ko lang malaman ninyo is, a funding rate is another metric. Another metric na kailangan nating binabasa bilang isang trader. Okay, and now, you know. Alright. Okay. Uy, Galamax, kamusta? Naku, na-miss ka namin, pare, ah. Guys, alam nyo, sabihin nyo nga lahat, we miss you, Galamax. Yan. Alam mo, si Galamax, yan ang bukod tanging moderator na kumampi sa akin, no? Nung nag-post ako ng video July, dami nag-question sa video ko. Sabi, ano ba naman yung coach na yan? Bakit to tataas pa yung SHIB? O, tingnan mo ngayon. O, tingnan mo ngayon. Di ba? Di ba, Galamax? O, tingnan mo. O, di ba? Sinong mayayaman ngayon, di ba? Anyways. Okay. Let's now go to our, actually, sabi ko nga sa inyo, pinost din natin si AAV, no? Hanapin ko lang yun, Sabi ko, huwag niyong i-snabin si AAV, no? Sabi ko, wait lang, pinost natin yun. Ano sabi ko? AAV is the king of all DeFi. Yan. King of DeFi yan. Teka lang. Ayan, no? This particular video, 3853, wag mong isnabin si AAV. Oh. Ano? Pagkasabi natin, boom, lusok pataas. May chart natin yan. We will be charting that later on. Okay. Alright, guys. So, with that said, ayan, nag-recover na ang ating Bitcoin. I'm gonna be charting in a bit, no? Let me just make sure wala na ako nakalimutan. I think wala na ako nakalimutan. We're good. Now you understand what a funding rate is. Okay, quick bio break lang tayo, guys. Stay put. We were gonna be doing our charting. We'll be starting with Bitcoin in a few. Okay? All right. Okay, magra-raffle lang po ako ng mabilis. Wait lang po, magra-raffle lang po tayo. Mananalo po ng 500 pesos. Okay, mananalo ng 500 pesos. Just give me a second. Dalawa po yung mananalo ng 500 pesos. Yan. Wait lang, guys. Wait lang. Okay, so yung mechanics po is nandoon sa marked message ng ating live. So, panoorin mo po yan. You can get 500 pesos. Okay. Let me just do the raffle right now. Dalawa po can win 500 pesos each, no? Let's now raffle this. Okay, yan. Alright. The first winner, may na po yung another 500. Isa lang po muna, no? Okay. Alright, the first winner is Jokat. Brief, precise, and concise. Yan ang Coach MirandaMiner namin. Thank you, Jokat. You won 500 pesos. Thank you. Let's raffle another person. One more. Type the word winner. Kung nandito ka, type the word winner. Another one is Mark Hien. You win 500 pesos, waiting for the right bus, magiging profitable trader din. Always watching sa mga videos and tweet mo po, Coach. Maraming salamat. Not yet is my magic word. Hashtag Coach MirandaMiner is the best. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Okay, Jokat and Mark Tien are the winners. Okay. Mukhang aabot na naman ako ng isang kalahating oras nito. Okay. Bitcoin. Okay, nagkaroon kasi kanina ng head and shoulder na nabasag, no? Kaya itong si Bitcoin bumasag, no? So, simulan na natin ang ating trading for today. If you're ready, type number 1. Simulan na po natin. By the way, welcome to our channel. Alam mo, all-time high tayo, guys. We already have almost 800 viewers. Grabe. Naalala ko yung mga unang panahon, nag-aantay pa ako, maka 50 lang kami, nag-aantay pa po kami. Thank you po. Thank you po sa pag-share at sa mga natututo sa ating mga tinitweet. Congratulations po lahat sa inyo, no? I'm very, very happy kasi nga, I mean, gusto ko talagang i-discuss sa inyo na hindi ko po hinuhulaan itong mga tinitweet po natin, no? Hindi ko po hinuhulaan ito. You know? Ito pong mga to, tinita po natin ito. We're doing a technical analysis of this, no? So, makinig ka lang. Actually, people are saying thank you. Yan sabi ni Ivy. Thank you, Coach, for sharing yesterday's live. Nakapag-prepare na daw siya. Yon, nag-prepare na daw siya. Kasi sabi ko sa live kahapon, ayan, sabi niya, ito yung pinapoint mo, Coach, kagabi. Hindi, dito ako kinakabahan. So, ayun nga. Buti na lang talaga may ganitong topic kayo. Not only charts. Thank you. So, sabi niya yon. O, yan, no? Ayun ang sabi nila. Sabi ko, kasi nga, ayaw ko lang nagcha-charts tayo. I'd like to make sure na we're also talking about some fundamentals, no? Sabi ng mga nagko-comment yan sa ating profile, okay? Another thing, basahin po natin yung profile natin. Baka may nagko-comment pa dito. Ayan. Sabi dito ni Jayski, nakapasok ako sa 300 palang price after nung live mo sa YouTube, Coach. Oy, salamat sa iyo, ha. Itong 338.53, pag inopen mo kasi itong video na to, ito yung video ko nung nakaraan ng, on the timestamp of 38.53. Pag inopen mo, didiscuss ko dito, AAV. I'm discussing AAV, no? Ayan. So, yun. Basta guys, just follow me in Twitter. Follow me there. Tapos, wait ka lang ng mga tweets ko. Pag sinabi ko naman huwag ka muna mag-trade, tama naman yun. No? Hindi naman kita papahirapan or papahamak. No? Saka pag wala ka nakikita ng trade sa akin, ibig sabihin, or tweets, baka ibig sabihin nun, either busy si MirandaMiner o wala siya nakikita magandang setup. No? Alright? So yan. Tapos sabi ko kanina, $60,000 is the sign of recovery. You know, huwag ka muna magbabuy long dyan, ha? Huwag ka muna magbabuy long dyan. You know? Kasi nga, we need to have some recovery, you know? We need to have some recovery. Okay. Let's now go with Bitcoin first. Okay? Let's now chart our Bitcoin. Of course, guys, I'm using Heikinashi sa mga hindi po nakakaalala. Ang Heikinashi po is a smoother candle. Why am I using Heikinashi? Although, ang negative side ng Heikinashi, you cannot do backtesting. You could not do a replay of trading view because they're not allowing Heikinashi as a candle, no? Pero it's okay. You could do a backtest of regular candles. But for Heikinashi purposes, for TA purposes, ginagamit ko talaga si Heikinashi, no? Okay, so let's now chart this. Okay. Let me just do a quick charting here. Okay, so at a 1 hour, okay, let me just do a 30 minutes for now para nakikita natin. Okay, meron ka kasi nakitang support dito kay Bitcoin, no? Meron ka nakitang support area dito. Binasag to almost 57,996. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, iusog nyo sa 58,000, no? 58,000 actually. Nabasag, no? Bumaba. So, technically, may nakikita rin akong anatomy of the feast dito. Anatomy of the feast, no? Trend resistance breakout, consolidation, fib where the magic happens or euphoria, bounce on the old support, consolidation, breakout pero kinain, no? Kinain pababa because of the very high leverage. At sa mga tao kasi, Sa totoo lang ito, another observation ko to, ang mga tao nagliliparang kay SHIB eh. Naglilipat kay SHIB, hindi nyo alam itong si SHIB overbought na yan. Again, sinasabi ko sa inyo ha, hindi ako nagkulang ng paalala sa inyo, no? Tataas yan, pero I'm telling you, long term mababa kasi over bought na yan. Okay. So, ang pasok mo dito ngayon for Bitcoin, obviously kasi it's trying to recover, no? Ang pinakamagandang pasok dito, kaya nasabi kong mag-antay kayo ng 60,000 is because of this particular triangle. You know? This particular triangle. Kasi nga, may mga previous mga support lines ka on this area. Okay? You have previous support lines on this area. And this can serve as your potential resistance points. Around 60,000, 59,000 pataas. Around 60,000 is gonna be your resistance. Ngayon, kung gusto mo talagang magkaroon ng magandang pasok, yung talagang pataas na, kailangan niyang basagin na itong triangle na to. No? If you want to enter Bitcoin today, yes, take your own risk. You can take your own risk, no? You can take your own risk. Because if you look on MACD and RSI, MACD is already bullish cross on a 30 minutes time frame. At nakakita na ako ng RSI bounce kanina. No? Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, I would wait for a 60,000 before pumasok. No? Ngayon, kung if you're a risk taker, pwede kang pumasok sa Bitcoin today, but make sure na huwag kang gagamit ng sandamakmak na leverage. No? Huwag kang gagamit ng sandamakmak na leverage, okay? I'm just waiting for itong breakout na to sa RSI. Inaantay ko lang yan. No? Pag nag-breakout na to, MACD is confirming it can potentially go higher. Nagbabounce na yan sa 30, no? Naghalik na sa 20, actually 25, no? Halos nag-25 yung RSI nito. Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, kahit nag-25 na yan, huwag kayo magpapadala dyan, no? Kasi ang historical RSI niya, umabot pa ng 17, umabot pa ng 14, no? So, pwedeng mangyari pa din yun, ha? So, again, I still think it is going to go one more. One more. Take your risk. You can enter. Take your own risk. You can enter. I think one more pa to. Pag hindi nito binasag ang 60,000, it can further go down. Ini-expect ko, kailangan niya basagin within until tomorrow tong 60,000. Pag hindi niya nabasag yan, can potentially try to retest. Baka umabot pa ng 50. Pinakamababa na si 56. So, i-adjust nyo na yung liquidation line nyo, guys. Please i-adjust nyo na, no? Make it 53 to be safe. 53. Okay, gawa tayo ng trend line pababa, ha? Gawa tayo ng... Okay, just give me a second. I will not use that. I'll use another one. Okay. Okay, 57. Okay, guys. Safe. It's gonna be safer. I want you to control your fib. Sorry, I want you to put your liquidation line below 57K. And if you really want to be really sure, below 53K is the safest. No, yan ang pinaka-safe ninyo dyan, ha? Okay? So, I think, yes, maganda na, no? Actually, naghahanap na ako ng bullish divergence kanina. Wala akong makita, eh. Pababa pa din, eh. Wala pa din. Wala. I was hoping, to be honest with you, mangyayari to. I want this to happen, eh. Baba, eh. Hindi makita, oh. So, it's still, no? So, I think isa pa. Abang sa 57. Mukhang, again, I don't want to become a panakot, no? Pero tingin ko isa pa to. Okay? Isa pa to. Isa pa tong buga pababa. Tapos aakyat na yan. Based on this ha, kasi ang gusto kong makita dito is yung bounce on 618. Kung hindi mag-bounce, hindi maganda. Wina-warningin lang kita, i-adjust mo yung liquidation line mo. Okay? Tsaka, if you look at the bigger picture kasi, galing ko lang tong 618 na to. Look at the bigger picture. 58 kasi is the 618 nung una eh. 58 is the 618. So, again, abang sa 57, potentially mariretest pa yan. Kasi nasa 58 na kanina, no? Okay. That is my take. That is my take on Bitcoin. So, bullish pa naman yung intraday candle, 15 minutes, yan, no? Bullish pa naman siya, pero it doesn't mean aakyat na agad yan, ha? Doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that way, no? In fact, wala nga ako nakikitang bullish convergence on a 15 minutes, no? Kumaga nagsa-sideways lang, no? Mukhang i-retest pa si 57, so magantay. Okay, si Ethereum medyo matatag, ha? Guys, ha? Si Ethereum hindi gumagalaw sa 40k, so congratulations. Nagsa-sideways, no? So, ang entry point, point of confirmation, 40,074, medyo okay na tayo doon. Okay na tayo sa 40,074 confirmation candle, no? Wala rin ako nakikitang tingnan natin kung makakita ako ng wala eh. Wala. Normally isa pa 'yan. Ang gagawin nito, isa pang bagsak tapos aangat na si MACD. Doon ka na makakita ng bearish, ng bullish convergence. Okay? The same thing for BNB. The same thing for BNB, medyo safe pag binasag niya na si ito, pagkatapos niyang basagin, biglang bumulusok, no? Sinalo ng 2.618. I think kailangan niyang basagin tong trend line na to. This one. Oh. Linisin ko lang para makita mo, ha. Yan, linisin ko lang. Ayan. Kailangan niyang basagin to ulit pataas. This area. Ayan. Kailangan basagin niya yun pataas, no? MACD naman is bullish. Maganda kung nasa lumo sa baba na mag-take profit ka na. Pero potentially one more pa to. One more. Yan. Kasi mga tao nagpupuntahan sa ano eh. Okay, 8 si ADA, the same thing, pare-pareha sila, no? Pare-pareha sila. Inisin ko lang 'tong chart natin. Okay, ang ADA naman po, tingnan natin sa 15 minutes. Wala pa. Nope, wala po lahat. Okay. This one, lower. Pantay lang eh. Itong lower low na to, although mas mababa itong lower low na to, but your MACD is just the same, no? So, I don't think so. XRP, the same, guys, pare-pareha sila, ha? I think isa pang buga pababa to. Ang point of confirmation ko, 60,000 pataas. Karon ng 618 breakout pataas, no? Ito, bullish na si XRP, pero nagko-consolidate. Nag-bounce na on RSI 60. So, ang gagawin ko dito, gagawa ako ng fib. Ito lang, you need to do this, no? Gawa ka lang ng fib, kunin mo yung 618 dito. Yun ang gagawin mong resistance. This area, 1.08. 1.08 confirmation candle plus MACD breakout, okay. Mag-intraday ka. Intraday, no? Pero on the long term, if you look at the daily charts ng XRP, nagsa-sideways siya, no? Nagsa-sideways si XRP, ang tagal niya na dyan. Alam ko merong influencer na in love kay XRP, eh. No? And so, XRP here is 1.20 on a bigger time frame. 1.20. So 1.08 and 1.20 are your two resistance areas, no? Solana, nag-recover bigla, no? Nag-recover bigla. If we look at the 4 hours time frame, wala ako nakikitang bullish convergence. In fact, mukhang gagawa to ng support, no? Sundin mo tong support na to. this area. Yan. Sundin mo yung support na yan. Tapos, okay, 1, 2, yan. Okay, gumawa ng support dito. Kunin ko lang tong support na to, this one area support. Okay, so ang kukunin mo ganito ha, listen carefully, no? Nag-support si 177, strong support si 177 kay Solana. Strong support yan. Nagkaroon lang ng double bottom kaya nabasag, no? Pare-pare sila head and shoulders kay BTC, nag-double bottom kay I call this a double head, no? Nagkaroon ng basag dito, yan. Boom, nagkaroon kayo ng lower price dito, no? So, strong support, oras, old resistance acting as a support. So, ang kailangan nito magrehistro is kailangan niyang gumawa o bumasag ng panibagong resistance, no? Gawa tayo ng panibagong resistance line. Okay. So, para magkaroon ito ng bullishness, kailangan bumasag ng triangle na to. This one. Ang entry point, i-discuss ko guys ha. Okay. Siguro lalagyan ko ng konting explanation, no. Ang entry point is breakout. Pag sinabi natin breakout, bumasag na po dito, nagkaroon na ng confirmation candle at yung MACD is already looking like this. Explain ko ha. Is looking like this one. Nakita mo to? Yung MACD blue, tinusok pataas yung red, nagkaroon ng buying pressure, kaya nakita mo tong pagtaas ng presyo na to. That is your buying signal. So when I say buying signal, MACD bullish cross with buying pressure, okay? Nag-bounce on 50 yung RSI, okay ding indicator yan. O, nag-bounce. Okay ka na dyan, tumaas siya. Ngayon, on this particular instance, bibili ka kapag yung MACD gumawa ng panibagong ganito. Itong MACD na inaantay natin dito, kailangan gumawa siya, okay, listen very carefully ha, kailangan gumawa siya ng panibagong ganito. Okay, para tumaas. No? Nagkaroon ka na ng higher high, nagkaroon dito ng lower high, yun, nag-retrace, no? Karoon ng bearish divergence. Ngayon, mag-antay ka ng bullish cross tulad nito at breakout dito before mapasukan yan. So around 198. Ngayon, kung naipit ka dyan, 177 is a strong support. 177 is a strong support. Okay? Nagka-consolidate pa. Alright. Dogecoin. Boom. Basag. Basag ang... Okay. So, pag ganito, kunin natin. Tanggalin ko na itong triangle na to. Wala nang purpose yan. Okay, nabasag na po. It's a choppy market. Nakagulo. Magulo ang market. Ayan. So, I don't see any divergences. Walang right hand dito. So, what we're going to do, kukunin ko lang itong pinakatuktok na to, this one. Kukuha ako ng 618 area. Mukhang binasag na, which is a good sign. Sabay ito ng bullishness ni SHIB, no? Pareha sila ng bullishness ni SHIB, kaya tumataas to. And mukhang mauuntog to pag hindi niya binasag tong area na to. Yan, mauuntog yan. Yan. Meron ka ng breakout dito. Okay. So, nag-retrace na. Hindi na nakayan tumuloy. Merong resistance dito. So, mag-aantay ka ngayon. Antay ulit ang word natin. Antay, antay. Mag-aantay tayo dito sa area na to. This is your triangle. Okay? So, please make sure you listen to this carefully. This one. Okay? Alright. Polkadot, also the same thing. The same thing, nagkaroon ito ng bounce. Nakuha natin yung bounce on a triangle. Gawin natin itong 3 hours. Ayan. Ang ganda naman ito. Napakaganda. Grabe. Sinalo ng triangle natin. No? Pag isang butas pa nito, basag to pababa. Nakita mo yan, no? Sinalo. Boom, 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 boom. Sinalo to. Nakita mo yan. Lagyan natin ng emphasis. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yan. No? Pagkaroon ng ganyan, basag, boom. Actually, hindi nabasag, tinulak niya pataas, no? So, at that particular point, ang gagawin ko dyan, maghahanap ako ng breakout on your 618 before ako pumasok, no? So, gagawa ako ng lower time frame 30 minutes. Nagsa-sideways po siya, mga kaibigan. So, bakit po siya nagsa-sideways? Kasi meron kang ginawang bagong ilalim, no? So, kailangan talaga dyan mag-sideways. So, tingnan natin ngayon ano yung papasukin nating area. 43. 43 pataas with MACD bullish confirmation pasok. Maganda. Magandang senyales ng pagpasok sa ilalim tas pasok, no? Huwag ka munang kahit ang MACD confirmation bull yan, huwag ka munang pumasok. 43 is a good number. 43 for DOT. Teka lang, linisin ko lang to. Medyo gumulo na eh. No? Wait lang. Ginawa natin yung fib dito. Gumawa ng lower low. Okay, maganda na yung bullish confirmation nito. Pero pag ganito, maghahanap ako ng 26.47. Medyo malayo pa, no? Para magkaroon ng sign of life, di ba? Para magkaroon ng sign of life at 26.47 should be the number na iintayin mo. Guys, before ako mag-trade ng isa pa, pa-like naman ang live natin. Pa-like naman ako. All-time high, 822. Naku, guys, pag tayo naging 1,000, mamimigay ako ng 10,000 pesos ngayon. No? Pag tayo naging 1,000 viewer, I'll give 10,000 pesos. Re-raffle ko today. Okay. Anyways, very good. Thank you, guys. 822. Maraming salamat. Okay. So, sign of life is 26.48. 26.48. Maraming salamat po sa mga sumusuporta. No? Okay, let's go to Luna. Luna is the same. Actually, sinubukang saluhin ng triangle natin. No? Mukhang hindi kinaya. Meron ka ditong support. No? Meron ka ditong support. Tapos, sinubukang basagin nito. Malay mo, mabigay tayo ng jacket. Bigay tayo ng jacket. No, kasi meron ka ditong meron ka ditong kailangan basagin 'yan, no. Kailangan basagin natin 'to. Kailangan magbasag tayo ng triangle 'yan. Kailangan basagin 'yan. Tama 'yan? Yan. Kailangan basagin niya 'to. Naisin natin yung trend line. Kailangan basagin niya to. This is a noise, no? So, basag sa taas, sign of life natin is this triangle and MACD bullish confirmation. Yung pinaka-final sign of life natin is going to be 43. $43 in Luna. 43 in Luna. Okay, next. AVAX. The same thing. No? The same thing kunin ko sa baba. Okay. Same thing, Luna is going to be $66 sign of life. $66 pero bullish confirmation, pasok at your own risk, guys. Sabi ko sa inyo, it can potentially go down unless mag 60,000 si Bitcoin, ha. Sinasabi ko na, ha? Hindi ako nagkulang sa inyo, ha. So, okay. So, retracement here. Teka lang, kunin ko lang si wait lang, guys. Ha? Kunin ko lang ilalim nito. Okay. Gawa lang ako ng retracement sa taas. Sa taas. Okay, 618. Yun. 618. 66 talaga, guys. 66 is our sign of life in AVAX. No, sign of life natin yan. Next, link. Chain link. Ito, bullish sana to eh. Yan, no? Bullish sana eh. Kaso, biglang bumaba, no? Nagbutasan lahat, kaya lahat sumunod, no? Pero nakita mo naman dito, actually makikita mo sa lahat to, no? You will really see gaano ka-powerful ang support and resistance. Talagang manonotice mo yan. Ito yung big picture, tinan mo. Ito yung big picture niya eh, ng link. Diba? Ito yung ginagawa natin before. O, tingnan mo nangyari ngayon. Diba? Bumasag eh. Tapos sinalo ng triangle na to. Talagang sinalo. Old resistance acting as a support eh. Kahit nagkaroon man siya ng konting butas dito, pero sinalo pa rin niya. The next candle did not finish below. Ibig sabihin, hanggang dun lang siya. Diba? Hanggang dun lang siya. Yung sumunod na candle, tingnan mo. Nakita mo yan? Oh, sinubukan niyang saluhin eh. Kasi may previous resistance dun sa kabila. Kung hindi tayo nag-zoom out, di mo makikita na ganyan yan. If you don't zoom out, you will not notice na ganyan pala siya. Diba? So this one is a good sign that the support, sinasalo siya ng support, so medyo strong to no pag ganito no. Litecoin, huwag niyo muna i-trade sa Litecoin, lalakpasan natin. Algo. Ayun. Oh, gumawa tayo ng linya, sinalo pero binutas din eh no. Talagang unusual talaga yung noise na yun kanina. Kaya ang daming binutas na resist na support eh. Yan no, tingnan mo yan. Yan yung triangle natin. Yan yung big picture niya. Yan yung big picture niya. Nakita mo yan? Okay. Nung tataas na sana, biglang boom, bumutas pababa. Pero nakita mo, gawin natin itong 4 hours. Mapapansin mo guys, you will notice, no, na isang butas lang, pero yung next candle, hindi na siya nag-confirmation candle sa baba. Naging prison candle pa din siya. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, the power of confirmation candles. The power of confirmation candles, prison break, prison candles, confirmation candles. This is the power of that. I don't think anyone teaches this outside. Di ko alam, no? Siguro may ibang terminology sila. No? So, ayun ang kapangyarihan ng ano. Hindi mo siya masasabing breakdown hanggat hindi ka pa nakakita ng candle na nagsisimula sa ilalim. Pag nagsimula na sa ilalim yan, tapos may bearish cross ka, mag-short ka na. Diba? Even if you go on a lower time frame, nakita mo yan, oh, guys, oh. Nakita mo to? Even if you go on a lower time frame, that's the power of the support dito. Kasi meron kang support na pinanggalingan dito, eh. Diba? Meron kang support na pinanggalingan, nirespeto niya, sinubukan niyang tibagin, hindi siya nanalo, ergo, you call this a prison candle. This is not yet a breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Hindi siya breakdown ha. Nag-bounce yan. Previous support. Next, shape na tayo. Ito na yung pinakagusto ng lahat. Ay na. Okay, let's go to a daily muna. Mag 1 day muna ako. Okay, ang daily candle, 87. Boom, parabolic. Ang weekly candle, wala pa. Gawin nating weekly 14 days. Let's see kung magbibigay ito ng metric. Okay, weekly meron na. Umabot ng 80. O, bitawan mo na to. Bitawan mo na. Bitawan mo na, bitawan mo na, bitawan mo na, bitawan mo na. Uy, bitawan mo na yan. Okay. Sige, bahala ka. Nabiyan na kita. Meron ako sa spot niyan. Pag nasa futures, mag-lighten up ka na. Nasa spot ko lang yan guys, yung ginagalaw. Shinare ko na yun sa Twitter. Okay. So, bumasag na ng panibagong 6-1. Igawa tayo ng panibagong charting kasi nga, mga extensions na yung kailangan nito, no? Wait lang. Extensions. Tuturo ko din how to sell, ha? Ano yung mga indicators ng selling, no? Para alam mo din, ha? Just give me a second. Ayusin lang natin to. 1 hour. Okay, binutas niya na itong chopsticks natin. Tanggalin na natin to. Okay, kukuha lang ako ng fib sa ilalim. Gagawa tayo ng 618 sa taas. Okay, bumutas na naman ng another 618 dito. Mukhang 7473. Teka lang, huwag kang masyadong excited. Wait lang. Ayusin natin to. Para tama tayo. $65. 65. Wait lang. Going down. 685. Okay. Pinakamalayo na pwede kong sabihin, mauuntog na to siya. Pag ito binasag niya pa to, ewan ko na lang. 6876. 6876 yung pinaka ano. 6876. Ayun nating 1 day. O kaya lang gawin natin tong different fib. Teka lang guys ha. Don't change your channel. Another fib ako dito. Kunin ko tong pinakamalaki. This one. Yun! Grabe. This one here. This one. And this one. And dun, 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 dun. Baba. I'm charting live, no? Kaya tahimik si Coach. Wait lang. Okay. Angat pa nga to. Isa pang angat. Grabe. Bullish. Ay, nako. Wait lang ha. Ay, alam mo, I'm torn with I'm torn with SHIB. Tingin ko tataas pa to. Isa pang taas to, tapos babagsak. Trade at your own risk, guys, ha. Nakikita ko dito is bumasag na karoon na ng confirmation. Bullish pa din. MACD is bullish. Wala pa ako nakikitang senyales ng ng divergence. Wait lang ha. Pero RSI is extremely Well, RSI on 1 hour is not yet. Nag-retrace, parabolic, 80. Wala pa. Kasi alam mo, one of the hardships ng isang bagong coin, wala akong makitang bubong sa nakaraan, wala siyang historical At some point minamanipulate May nagmamanipulate nito. Kawawa naman yung mga retailers pag naipit. So going down, RSI. RSI is already bearish, no? Actually, meron ng bearish. Meron na. If I use RSI, no? Meron na. MACD is hindi pa. For me, I will not enter. Ayan ang aking TA dito. Or kung papasok ka man, 1 or 2% ng pera mo. Okay? 1 or 2% ng pera mo, ha? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, one of the drivers kasi nito is ito kasi yung problema diyan no. Ang market kasi ng SHIB ngayon, ito yung market na nagpalipad kay GameStop Kasi nilagay itong Robinhood na to, nilagay nila sa survey itong si SHIB. Kaya yung mga tao iniisip nila, ilalagay sa Robinhood. Pag nilagay sa Robinhood si SHIB, ay naku, ewan ko na. So, sabi ko kahapon, maglalagay ako ng order sa 0.51. Yon. So, nakuha naman yung order na yun, no? Nanalo naman tayo ng $200+ doon. No? So, kumita na ako dyan. So, sa futures yun, no? Sa spot, meron pa ako naiwan. So, hayaan ko na lang siya dyan. SHIB, hayaan nyo lang yan. 1 or 2% sa pera nyo, iwanan nyo lang siya. Okay, no? Ako, I will not, at this point, papasok ako kay SHIB pero hindi ako gagamit ng more than 5x. Hindi ako more than 5x dito. I think at some point, again, at some point, magre-retrace to. Okay? VET. VET is going to be, sumalo din pala tong blue line, no? Ang ganda ng VET. Ilipat natin tong VET dito. Okay. Okay. So, VET. Kung wala pang posisyon sa VET, ang pasok mo is 0.13577. Antayin mo mag-confirm si MACD. Ganito ha, pag napasok mo ito ng 13577, ang take profit line mo pwedeng 0.14778. Bakit? Ang selling point mo lagi, tatandaan mo to guys, listen very very carefully, no? Ang selling point mo lagi is the previous resistance. No? Kasi pwede mag-correct dyan. No? Pwede mag-correct dyan. So, kunyari, nakapasok ka on 618 on this particular area, able to enter there, ang selling point po ninyo lagi, please listen to this ha. Your selling point is your resistance. So, kahit paano kumita ka ng around 8% or 8 percentage points, no? Kumita ka niyan. Okay na yan. Huwag kang manghinayang sa 8%. Baka mag-correct, no? Ngayon, kung wala ka pang posisyon, normally, ang pasok lagi is the breakout on the previous resistance. Yun ang selling point mo, ha? Selling point is this, no? Ngayon, pag ito, mamalapit na siyang mabasag, tapos yung MACD mo, ganito yung itsura, for example, ganito. Green pa din, green. Tingnan mo to, green, di ba? Tapos, andi dito na yung price, huwag mo munang galawin. Iangat mo yung take profit line mo. Ngayon, kunwari, yung ito pabasag na, nakita mo ito pabasag na, di ba? Pero nakita mo, si MACD paturo na pababa. Wag mo nang i-take profit mo na yan. Wag mo nang ipilit. No, wag mo nang ipilit. Okay? Ayan, no, nabasag. So, ganun ang take profit area natin. So, kailangan dito magkaroon ng breakout pataas. Okay, AXI. Ay, grabe. Oh, AXI is still within the triangle, ha? Within the triangle, which is really, really good. Really good triangle. So, gawa tayo ng panibagong support. We'll need to do another support ito kasi binasag niya na. Okay? So, pwedeng sumalo. Wag ang liquidation line dapat hindi above 118. Ladies and gentlemen, ang inyong liquidation line should not be above 118. Okay? 118 ha. Should not be above 118 for AXI. Okay, let's try to find out saan ito pwedeng pasukan. Natutuwa ako, hindi bumababa yung viewer natin, 800 plus pa din. Very good. Pakiramdam ko may mga kakilala na ako dito nung mga kilala ko sa totoong pangalan ko. Yung mga kilala na ako dito. Wait lang so I will need to chart this. Okay, wait lang guys, wait lang. Pwede. Pwede rin ganito. Nag-bounce na. Nope. I want you guys to be safe. I want you to be safe. Gawin nating 100. Kailangan ang liquidation line below 117, 118 ha sa AXI, no? Nag-consolidate, antayin mo na lang. Buti nga hindi to gaanong bumagsak eh. Yan, antayin mo na lang yan. Okay, next. SLP. Diniscuss na natin itong maraming panahon. Ayan, nabasag. Boom. Pagkabasag niya, bam, bam, bam. Pagkabasag, tumuloy-tuloy pababa. We've put this since yesterday, no? Ang pasok, nag-bounce on previous support. Ginawa niyang support area to. This one. So, alam mo kung ako sa'yo, bumili ka na ng SLP ngayon. Bibili na ako ng SLP. Bili ka na. Antayin mo lang mag-bounce, isang bounce lang, pataas nito. Kailangan ko makakuha ng isang candle na babasag nito. Yan. Yan yung bago mong triangle. Okay? So, basagin niya yan, ha? Make sure, ha? Yan. Tapos, kailangan may MACD confirmation ka sa baba. Okay, salamat po. We still have few more. Few more. Okay, Matic. Uy, bullish si Matic, ha? Congratulations, bullish to. Okay, nag-correct na siya sa previous higher high. Pag ganito na, every time I see this, I'm bullish. Pag ganito yung itsura ng chart, bullish ako. I'm bullish on Matic. So, alam mo na, ha? So, kung wala pang order, antay sa 1.94. Diyan mag-antay ng order kung wala pa akong naipit, no? Ang ganda ng formation. Although, meron ka ng left hand, pag bumasag pa to ng isa pa, kasi sa higher time frame, tingnan ko sa 4 hours. Ayan o. So, higher time frame meron na. Tingnan natin sa 1 day. Bullish pa din ba to? Okay, wait lang. Magre-retrace to. So, ang aabangan, pag okay, ganito, listen to me ha. Kapag ito magko-correct sa previous higher high, ang pangsasalo mo ito ha. Ito yung pangsasalo mo. Okay. Nag-correct sa previous higher high, ito yung pangsasalo natin, okay? So, let me create a fib here. Okay. Pangsasalo mo is 1.80. Pangsalo mo yan, ha? 1.80 magbabounce dyan. Nagre-retrace na nga, oh. Nagre-retrace sa low. Ayan, nagre-retrace na sa lower time frame. 1.80 bounce ang pasok. No? Intraday to, ha? Intraday, no? Intraday trading yan. Yan ang pasok mo dyan. 1.80. Ito yung kanyang line ngayon. Next, harmony or 1. Pag ganito ang chart, hawak, nauntog sa 618 na to. Sa 618 na to nauntog. Let's see. Okay. So, 0.5. Binabasag niya na. Sa harmony, pasok sa breakout ng 0.34. MACD is confirming very good. Nagko-confirm si MACD. Okay. Ayan. Teka lang, babalikan ko lang sa Bitcoin. Tingnan mo nangyari kay Bitcoin. Nasabi ko sa inyo eh. Ha? Mag-antay. Nako, isa pa yan. Mag-antay kayo. Okay? We're done with 1. FTM. Parami pinapahanap nyo sa akin. Okay. FTM. Okay? FTM isa pa. Isa pang basag sa 6. Isa pang candle lalabas sa 618. Okay na. Okay na to. Bullish pa naman si MACD niya. Okay, fill. Filecoin. Oops, pangit. Oops. Basag. Let me create a higher time frame. Okay, basag na sa 618 dito. Okay, gumawa sana ng breakout. Nabasag, tanggalin na natin to. Okay, gawa tayo ng confirmation. Ayun. Ito maganda. Okay. Meron na to. Kailangan na lang umakyat. Okay? Tapos may RSI bounce ka na, oh. So, kailangan ko na lang ng confirmation candle. So, maghahanap ka ngayon ng confirmation candle or breakout. Hanap ka dito. Yan, oh. Ito magiging pasok mo dyan. Pasok. Yan, oh. Gumawa na ng another, ano. Okay. H-bar. Tagal na. 11:30 na pala. Grabe. 11:30. Oy, guys, mag-like nga kayo, please. Para nawawala yung pagod ni MirandaMiner. Mag-like kayo, ha. Meron pa ako reminder mamaya. Wait lang. So, nabasag na to. Palitan na natin. Let's now look into the higher high. Okay. Meron kang support dito. Kunin ko lang tong extension na to. Wait lang. Okay. Okay. So, kukuha tayo ng previous support. Yan. Kunin ko to. Okay. Kukunin ko din yung resistance dito. In this area. Okay. So, MACD is bearish pa din. RSI is okay. So, medyo mahirap na laro to, ha. Wait lang, ha. Hanap ako ng candle. Ayun. Haba ng binasag kasi nito, eh. Sayang to si H-bar, no? Huwag nyo muna i-trade to, ha. Muna i-trade to. Bumasag, eh. Ayan, no? Basag. Boom, boom, boom. Pero, nag-open na siya ng candle. Ang kagandahan naman nito, very good naman siya. Nag-open na siya ng candle dito na green, no? Yan, no? So ang laro natin dito, papasok ka lang kapag, hindi na ako magsi-618, no? Kapag nabasag mo to. Yan. Pasok pag nabasag yan, ha? Okay? Alright. GRT. Ay, nako. Alright. GRT. Okay. Pasok ka sa GRT sa basag ng airline na to. Yan. I need a confirmation candle with MACD confirmation dyan. Yan ang pasok mo. Okay, that's the last, guys. Dami ko na naturo, eh, no? Oh, anyways. Sana natuto ka today, ha? Lahat ng diniscuss ko on funding rates, sana matutunan mo yan as another metric No? At least meron ka ng alam in terms of fundamentals, what's an open interest, what is a funding rate. Ayan, funding rate. So lahat ginawa. Dami kong tini guys ha. So sana nakatulong sa yan. Tapos, ang gawin mo, i-follow mo na ako sa Twitter. Follow me in Twitter para ikaw nakakita ka din ng mga tweet na mahalaga para hindi ka para at least it's either confirming, it will confirm your TA or pwede itong magkaroon ng contradiction sa TA mo. At least meron kang different perspective. 'Di ba? May different perspective ka sa nangyayari sa coin. Again, sinasabi ko sa inyo guys ha, mukhang isa pa to. Mukhang isa pa to itong Bitcoin. Mukhang isa pa mo. Sasalo si 57. No? So, magantay. Bili sa bounce. Okay? Alright. Yung iba, yung AAV, sige, last na tong AAV ha. Since sinabi ko tong AAV. So, last na tong AAV. Okay. So, it's retracing, sumabay kay Bitcoin. Ang gagawin natin is, nagkaroon siya ng bounce. Just give me a second. Hanapin natin saan nanggaling yung bounce na yun. Gawin natin itong 1 day. Okay, 1 day. Okay. Okay. Kaya nagkaroon ng lipad, nakita mo naman may triangle kasi, no? So, alright. Retracement. Okay. Pag nakapasok ka, hold mo lang yan. I-hold mo lang si AAV. Hold ka lang. Hold, yeah. Kung naipit ka sa taas, hold mo lang. Ang bounce niyan, normally, pag ganitong itsura, magbabounce yan sa sa previous support. Pwede, actually, magbabounce na to. Magbabounce na to. Yeah, here. So, ang aantayin natin, 30 minutes. Ayan, nagsusupport na siya dito, no? Exactly. Nakasabi ko lang. So, magbabounce yan dito. Nasusubukan niya na mag-bounce. It's trying to create a support here. No? Oras yan. O old resistance acting as a support. So, bounce candle with a MACD confirmation pasok. Okay? Bounce candle, confirmation, and then MACD, tapos pasok ka na. Kasi nagsusupport na to, itong price na to. Actually, magandang pasukan to. Gave me an idea, no? For futures, meron tayo niyan sa spot. Okay. Alright, guys, we're done, no? It's 11:40 ng gabi. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat, guys. At sa mga nahuli, panoorin mo ulit sa simula, no? Kasi nga, ang dami siksik-liglig tayo, guys. You know, we have been talking about fundamentals, open interests, funding rates, what is funding rate, what is a basis, what is a positive basis point, what does it mean kapag positive ang funding rate, sino nagbabayad ng funding rate, what is an interest rate, lahat yan may mga meanings yan, no? Kailangan mong malaman yan, no? And of course, before I end my day today, remind lang ulit kita. I would like to remind you of this particular saying, no? Isang particular saying natin. Okay, re-remind lang kita dito. At konting background music. Yan. So guys, wag mong kakalimutan to ha. Culture eats strategy for lunch and at the same time, patience eats technical analysis for breakfast. Kahit gaano ka kagaling mag-TA, mag-technical analysis, walang kwenta yan kung hindi ka marunong maghintay. Walang kwenta yan. No? Perfect timing. Ngayon, kung hindi ka pa sanay maghintay, hindi mo alam paano maghihintay, hindi mo pa alam, you need to do paper trading. You need to do backtesting. You need to do virtual trading. You need to do paper money trading. Maraming ganyan sa Instagrams meron. No? Huwag ka muna magtotoong pera. Try mag-aral ka muna. Aral. Tapos, don't forget, only trade the money that you can lose. Only trade the money that you can lose. And of course, keep on learning. Huwag mawawalan ng pag-asa. No? Huwag mawawalan ng pag-asa. Dito lang kami. Pag na-liquidate, hindi ka nag-iisa. Teka lang, i-discuss ko lang din ito. Hindi lang po kayo na-liquidate. Marami po sa buong mundo ang na-liquidate. Open natin, liquidations. Before ko makalimutan. Buong mundo, ang dami po na-liquidate kanina. So, hindi ka po nag-iisa. Do not ever feel that you are alone. Nakita mo to? Nakita mo yung red line na yan? October 27, a total of 55 million liquidations for Bitcoin alone. No? So you're not alone. Huwag kang magmukmok dyan. No? Kung ikaw man yan, di ka nakinig kay MirandaMiner, hindi mabino ka. Diba? You're not alone. Huwag kang masyadong negative dyan. No? Hindi ka nag-iisa. Ngayon, I'm not justifying na okay lang ma-liquidate. No? I'm not justifying. Diba? So what I'm trying to say is that you need to make sure that you are patient. You are patient and you are doing what you need to do to make sure you are currently managing your expectations. Okay, guys, mahal na mahal ko po kayo. Maraming salamat po. Sa mga moderators po natin, maraming salamat sa lahat. Kay New Hope, kay Erin, sa lahat po, no? Nakikita ko sa chat room ngayon na tumutulong sa ating live. Maraming salamat. At God bless all of you. And again, kung may questions, tanungin lang. By the way, hindi po ako laging available, no? So, try nyo mag-tweet, itag nyo ako. I will try to answer, no? And I'll make sure na ma-answer ko kayo. I'm always in Twitter. Yon. Okay? All right. So, thank you guys. Almost 675 likes, 850 viewers. Nako, tingin ko, darating ang panahon, magwa 1,000 plus na tayo. Nakaka-bless po. Maraming salamat sa suporta at tiwala. At isang gabi na naman po ang nakaraan at nagdaan at sana na we're able to help you on your journey to become profitable. And if you have further questions, please enroll in our university, and email us at EliteUniversity@globalmirandaminer.com. All right. God bless you. I love you. And thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Thank you.